the wonder.
I've been here too long.
Hello.
Hello. Am words are be heard today? Our words work? Yes? Perhaps? Do they, is it
The
alive?
wonder.
Is it
Entry
alive?
fee less than 3.
Oh, there's no entry fee. Come on, stay for the 14
The
months.
wonder.
Jesus, magic spells 31
13
months. Jesus.
song. I'm so hyped for the new regular skin. Oh, there's an mythic scam chromo again. Zelky guy might love it too. Also, here's my entry fee.
There's
It
no
doesn't
entry-
exist.
It doesn't exist. Amy Chan, 13 months is one thing. Am I drunk? No, I'm just tired. This is just... The thing is, when you guys hear me in videos, I have to, like, hype myself up first. I have to, like, flick on the switch that's, like, hold on. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Friday, another casual champion review. I hope y'all doing well today. Today, we're going to be playing something in the mid lane. I don't know what it... That's what I'm talking about. I gotta flip on the switch.
See the wonder.
Am I okay?
Time for the mythic scam fee.
Mentally, I'm doing better. Physically, not so much. Time for the mythic scam. Say, Sean, I
See the wonder.
Thank you for the 17 months. Thank
Man,
you.
I'm so hyped for a new Yone skin.
Oh, yeah.
Who's gonna?
What's a Skarner? I had no idea what a Skarner is. Truthfully, never heard of that character.
Trust me, you need this.
I have no idea.
Big go entry fee because I didn't put it in for a bit.
No, you don't gotta do that, magic spells.
A gift
You
from
don't
the
gotta
forest.
do that. What?
Thank you for saving me from my
What?
flu, boredom, and suffering.
I didn't even
Hope
see
you
that.
get rest soon. Also, entry fee.
I didn't even see that. I didn't even see. God damn it! Oh, not OBS. It's with OBS. I don't know. OBS just freaking sucks. Master Steve, thank you for the 33 months. Jesus share son for the 17 months. And the donation. Let me get this freaking thing. Ah, of course, it's this who's so they did $1. You psychopath. I kind of past years. Unfortunately, I came back to the league from watching your content again.
See the
I'm very
wonder.
sorry that happened.
Nikki, don't do it. Don't advertise the scam.
Advertising the Sam skin would imply that I'm
Hey,
gonna
it's
praise
the
this
thingy
thing, which I
people
highly
use.
doubt what's gonna happen.
I don't like Yone, but he got a banger skin as always. His ult is just too much.
Oh, I'll be the judge of that. They did make a good skin for him once, so they might be able to do it again. But if I haven't got one legendary, what would you want? Oh, that's tough. What would I want as a legendary skin for Ivern? Well, it need to be something that could give him new voice lines and something that would make use of his animations. Super Galaxy? Yeah, not bad. King Ibeard. Yeah, a B skin. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Space Groove. Ivern would work really well in Space Groove. He got Astronaut though, which is kind of close, but he would be a natural fit for the Space Groove thematic. Idrisil Ivern. I wouldn't mind that. That'd be kind of funny.
See the wonder.
Gal Ashley Slayer said, got him. Thank you, Hypnos, for the 13 months. Thank you. Blood Moon. Days of Disco
Hey,
Ball?
it's
Hell
a
yeah.
thingy people use. Thank you.
Jesus.
And Tinio got Astro and then a legendary Space Groove.
That's true. But Timo was weird because Timo was one of the first astronaut skins. So he was old. And after that, they kind of re-envisioned the thematic. That's why they gave it a bit of a touch-up when he got his ASU, because it was a bit of a... Astronauts look a bit different now than they did when Astronaut Timo and Astro Nautilus came out. Pentakill, Rel, and Seraphine. That'd be kind of fun. I'd like that. Infernal Ivern. Oh, that's true. Yeah, he would fit great in the circus skin line in Wild Rift. Oh yeah. Oh, he'd be a great fit there. That's what Graves figures. Yeah, it would. All right. So it's been Orn Friday till the fat. Well, this week is Oriana. Orn is not till next week. Grim, thank you for that 9 months. The 9 months thing. Which actually, hold on, that's kind of funny that you mentioned that. Where is this damn thing? Look at this shit. Let me switch this over. I'm still getting used to my new computer, so it's a bit okay. Hopefully, tell me if the audio still works. Audio working still? Are we still audio? Still good? Yes? Okay, good. So, people have sent me some artwork for the Oriana review, and there's two that are just, there's this one. Well, Super Slime does one, every week.
Yippee, 14
Emmy,
months.
thank you for the 14 months, Emmy. Thank you. Appreciate that. There's this one by Super Slime.
No.
And then there was this one. Janae, my friend, they both used my my redesign's not even I didn't even it was not even my idea to do an Oriana redesign. That was a patron request. And there's two using it. It looks awesome. Oh god. Live on Twitch. That's me. Live on Twitch and on YouTube at the same time. This has never happened before. I might have a gunboy don't subscribe to like a stream. I don't think that's true. How do I read both chats? By being cross-eyed. Own personal hex core, yeah. Really, but I wanted to say that your videos helped me enjoy the game. Oh, well, I'm glad that you like it. Today is not going to be a very positive thing to be talking about League of Legends today, unfortunately. If another mythic scam is anything to go by, you can combine the chats. I've heard there's a way to combine it, but I haven't been looking into it too much because I've just been so overwhelmed with everything. I think I posted that thing on Twitter, but and Blue Sky. Where's the stupid thing? Where's this damn folder? Look at this shit, man. What the fuck? How am I supposed? You gotta tell me I gotta get time for anything else? What the fuck? What's my Blue Sky? It'd just be Nicky Boy, same thing. I don't think it was taken, thankfully. Certain set skin ate the Hex Tech chests. Yeah. Senna, when I get to her. Maybe you gotta have your Blue Sky linked out. It is, isn't it? Maybe it's not on the stream. It might not be on the live stream. That might be the difference. But in everything else, I link it. Skins be damaged just like mid-Acel and Victor. Fair enough. How about a Vex skin? You gotta go to Wild Rift to get that one. You know, so way too big a task you can't possibly fulfill again. I'm doing stuff, okay? Like, the thing is, this time, I have to do it this way because I finally got approval from my professor for this one. Every other proposal I've had was like, nope, 60. Okay, gotta reach. So I'm like an entire semester behind because every proposal I had got shot down. So it's just, how's my shoulder? Not good. It's not even. It's a combination of three things. It's my shoulder, it's the middle of my back, and it's my neck. My neck primarily is just sore. When that happens, that's just like a bit of an ache and pain. But when it hits my back and my right shoulder, it's like a combination of burning and sharp at the same time. It is excruciating. I cannot do anything while that's happening. Like it halts me from doing anything. I have to just sit and lie down. Intentionally bought a ice pack that covers my entire back so I can just lie down on the ice pack. It's not good. It's not fun. And it should hopefully be seeing the doctor, I think, tomorrow again. I got to go in for another x-ray on my neck, which is great. I got to go in for physiotherapy this week. It's not being fun. Being yelled all that IRO. Yeah. So it's been very frustrating because I can't work. Like, I'm trying to work and I can't. It's maddening. And I have so many things I have to do. I have school. I got the super big project I haven't told you guys about yet. Y'all gotta play. God, that's an old ass meme. Mr. Lawyer, you're gonna get 1,000 bitches to say that. Is Canadian healthcare better than U.S. healthcare? So the thing is, with Canadian healthcare versus U.S. healthcare, you gotta trade time, so it takes a bit longer. However, if I had to go to the hospital, I wouldn't be set back $100,000, so that's pretty good. You know, like, oh god. You know what's completely and entirely unrelated? I posted this clip on my socials the other day, and it's been hilarious seeing people try to decipher what the hell it even means. It was this Victor clip. Oh god, the quality. Oh dear god, no wonder people couldn't decipher what the hell it means. The quality is terrible. Social media post moment. Where is this? All right. I have paused it. Oh. All right. Can you decipher what the hidden meaning, with no context being posted as to what this clip means, that happened a couple days? Maybe can you figure it out? Anyway. One voting the president. Canadian land. I will win the tariff war for everybody. Yep. You don't like oranges? Nah, orange is my favorite color. You're taking 0 damage for no reason. That's called Victor Arcane power. It's gonna be North Montana. God. Oh god. But it would be hard to look iron. You know, that's another funny thing, is that I've been periodically playing ranked to get my my skin, right? Like the Victoria skin. And I'm Emerald now. I don't know how that happened, but yeah. All right. just casually climb to the highest I've ever been. Seth, no, I can't. I still need to refund Rebecca's for that. I can't. I do not have the time to fit that in. I gotta refund those freaking points or disable that right now. You are very casual. What were you playing? I think I got filled top lane for almost all of it. So I have somewhere over 20 games. Yeah, it was pretty good. I think it was. Yeah. Pretty good. Not the best of scores, but you know, I most of my lanes were losing, but I except for this Lilia one. This Lilia one, I demolished that Cho'Gath. Yeah, it's not like losing popularity. I don't know. I just got put in top lane almost every game. I think this Kog'Maw game was the one game I got mid. Everything else I got put in top lane. A Cho player. I played Cho mostly, but I also played a lot of Skarner top. And that was fun. I played one game with Scion. I don't know why. And then I played a Lilia top game. That one went really well. That Volibear game did not go very well. And you can't even say I'm abusing Cho'Gath because I didn't do the stupid ass movement speed build. I was just playing the funny health maxing build because that's what I like on Cho. So I wasn't even playing that one. When is it happening? I guess I gotta organize time, and I gotta get Sam in on it too. Rise nerfing Scorner, the audacity. Yeah, I know. Movement speed. Yeah, so people discovered there's like a Cho'Gath build that people do. So it's like Hail of Blades, Axiom Arcanist, Cho'Gath, because now your ult is like execute is beyond the execute range because of Axiom Arcanist, and they go like Shirelia's Lichbane, Deadman's Plate, and the Omnivamp AP one. I don't know what it is. I forget the one that gives you AP depending on your health.
Hello.
Riftmaker. Thank you. Yeah. So it's just like it's super speed Cho'Gath. You can't escape him, and he just one-shots you. It's super gross. But I didn't know about it. Maybe I would have done it if I was, but I don't know. It's very silly. It's kind of taken over a bit. I would not be surprised if Cho'Gath gets the big nerf hammer very soon. But yeah, I love me some Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath is like an enigma of a champion to me. Or just like, he's so old and busted, but I love him. Love that freak. Is that bunch of ranked solo queue games to get my skin, and now I don't need to play ranked ever again. Yay! Except, oh, there was the other thing though. That's also happened. Yeah. So Emerald at League, but Masters at TFT. Pretty good. Just in time because they're killing Chembaron. So, yay. The thing is, I wasn't even playing like most. I played Black Rose every now and then. If I could play Chembaron every game, I would. I freaking love Chembaron. I've played a lot of comps, but yeah. I certainly. You know how to freeze waves? Sort of. I kind of know it. Ready, my beloved Chayla. I freaking Chembaron's so fun, and they're murdering it next patch. So yeah, I'm good. I'm good on TFT for a while. The new Mythic scam. You can watch the new Monster Hunter trailer in 2 hours. That is coming. Trust me, I'm not coping. There is the new Monster Hunter trailer. I mean, if I am able to stream for that long, maybe we stick around for the Capcom presentation. But I don't know. Shows your stats in this Black Rose game. That's because I had a high success rate on Black Rose recently. Most of the games that I played Black Rose earlier did not go good. I think I bought for it a majority of the time with Black Rose. Because I struggle a bit more with playing late game comps. But also it's like it's very interesting to see the dynamic change between like low Masters, high Diamond Elo compared to the lower ranks with TFT. It's like completely. If you're playing Chembaron, the entire lobby goes on a mission to grief you. So it's crazy. Look, season 5 or so. I don't know. Let's see. All right. Well, so we got. I don't believe we have splash arts for these yet, do we? We don't got splash arts for Mass Justice. We got I saw we got splash art for Zed though. Where is it? I had it. There it is. So I thought this was a new skin at first. I thought this was new. Because he got like the Wolverine claws and he looks like, I was like, is this like some prey? But it's Galaxy Slayer, apparently. Megatron. He looks more like, what, not Galvatron. Galvatron's the, isn't Galvatron what Megatron turns into? I'm thinking about the other one that's not Soundwave. Because there's another one with Shockwave. That's what I'm thinking of, yeah. Yeah, it looks more like Shockwave. My Transformers knowledge is very limited. You gotta forgive me a bit here. Unicron? I don't know that. I thought this was like a Praetorian skin for a second. So I guess we'll have to see what it looks like in game. The splash looks sick as hell. The thing is, these... Every time I see this shit, it's like, oh, that looks cool. Oh, it's $200. Okay, never mind. All right. Get an F for Transformers lore. Listen, I have the lore where it counts. I know League lore and Skylanders lore, and that's all you... That's all you need to be successful in life from my perspective. So we gotta... less than $200. Oh yeah, just get lucky. Yeah. Have you bought the scam skins so far? I have not, though. I have the Jin one because I re-rolled into it, and I didn't know that I could. It was I was like demonstrating to my brother how the re-roll system things work. It's like, yeah, if you have all of them already, then it just gave me the Jin one. I've never used it, and I never will, but. As far as actually gambling for League skins, no, I have not. And I never intend to. You can reroll into them since when? Only the Jin one, because they promised that you could. So a year later, you could reroll into the Jin one, and it's the only one. None of the others you can. I didn't know that either. It's like it's every single option. It's so stingy at every angle. It's crazy. Please tell me the Skylanders lore. Well, you see, there's this guy called Chaos. And he's the bad guy in every game. That's all you need to know. That's the whole lore. Sometimes his mom is there. That's about it. And then the show retconned everything. Maximum greed, yeah. It's very hard to be... I don't know how to even describe it. Because, you know, we've played this game for so long, and I've played this game for 15 years. And when I get critical of League, it's primarily because I want it to succeed. And the more and more they do stuff like this, the more it's like you're punching down the community. And it's like, well, just let the whales fund the game. Which is the common thing. But the one thing I saw that was a great analogy, that was actually by a rioter, which I thought was very funny, and it felt more like a cry for help than anything, was, so imagine you're a Walmart customer, and you go into Walmart, and they have all these various expensive, like they got expensive TVs, and expensive this, expensive that, but they also have a lot of really cheap stuff, so you feel like a welcome customer there. Imagine one day, you go into the store, and suddenly, the only stock that Walmart has is Rolexes and Lamborghinis. Technically, you're still allowed to enter Walmart, but what's there for you anymore? You don't feel like a customer there anymore. You don't feel like you're a respected individual in that establishment. Technically, you can still be there, but you feel like you're surrounded by a bunch of greedy rich folk. So it's just, ugh. I thought that was a good analogy for how it feels. You want Gacha, just play Getch instead. No. I'd rather Gacha just didn't exist at all, and then it just became super successful. I remember back when Gacha was stuck at mobile games. Played the Jurassic Park builder game, and they had the like spend money to unlock a new dinosaur. Just ugh. Time travel kill John Gotcha. That's what I'm saying. All right, let's take a look at this shite and see what it is. We got the masked justice first. I don't know what the hell a masked justice is. Clunker. Let's go ahead and look. Here's by being real top of the. Thank you for the $5, dude. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, you gotta do that. Should be as illegal as gambling. There should be rules about it because children can play League of Legends and all those games, like, but it's gambling. It's literally gambling. And at least with gambling, you get money. With this, you get an infinitely redistributable cosmetic that Riot could just take away from you at any time they wish, or give to your account anytime they wish. Is Gwen is this Spider-Man? Spider-Gwen? Yeah, I don't really know what I'm looking at.
Thank you.
That's just Gwen on Spider-Man.
I project. So is it like a superhero skin line? I don't know. Sentai Senna? Is it like a Power Rangers? Yeah, like Super Sentai Power Rangers? But we have that. We have Super Galaxy. That's what that is. We already have the Power Rangers skin line.
See the wonder.
Well, I know that. I know the Super
Here
Sentai came
you
first.
go.
They literally just ripped the footage from Super Sentai and then just filmed some scenes of some kids in a high school just to connect the dots. It's like when jingling keys at a baby. That looks like a butterfly. I mean, what are the other ones? Night and Dawn Yone. Yeah. Okay, the alt visual effects are pretty cool. I'll give it one. That alt visual effect was pretty sick. I'll go back to that. That was pretty cool. That was good. I don't know how I feel about much everything else. My favorite champion. I just don't know what I'm looking at. Yone makes it look like he's one of the monsters they fight, but I don't know. I'm supposed to look on suits, the others on mechs. I guess. Alt is nutty. It's pretty good. Is that a legendary? No, that's an epic skin. But okay, at least Lucian and Senna got a skin together. That's nice. The fact that it is for Senna and Lucian, though, is like, yeah, Project 2.0. We have more. How many robot skins does Lucian have now? Yeah. Okay. It just looks like a mythic chroma. It has like some buzzsaw sort of effects, but like that's about. I'm gonna like, yeah, that's a chroma for Galaxy Slayer Z. Wait, Zed already has a mythic chroma, doesn't he? For this skin. He's already got one. Wait a second. Hold on. Save animations? Yeah, because it's a mythic scam. Where's the Wolverine claws? That's just the normal way that Super Galaxy has it. That's not the Wolverine claws. Yeah, I don't know. But this one's more expensive. He was last game with Space Crew in 2022. Skarner's was in November of 2020. Get on my level. At least Timo has skins. Skarner's got 5. He's had 5 since 2020. He's been around since 2011. He's existed in League for 14 years. And he has 5 skins. How much is this? $200. Just a quick 200 smackaroons. You can't do that, I do not let you. Nope. Thank you for the 6 months. I was like, eating those beats. I don't know if I even said it. Thank you for the 19 months, dude. Diet Tabor, thank you. Where's Alert Box? Alert Box, I need you to work. Hello, Alert Box.
I've got 2 thumbs and a shield.
There we go.
Let me smash your Cass Nicky boys.
No. Episode does could always get worse. Could always be $500.
I'm a Dumbs fan now.
No.
Hello.
You can't do that. So Jin Part 3 is the thing, I guess. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. Don't 100 that. They're just going to keep going with that. They're just going to keep making these mythic scams over and over because people are stupid. There's enough... The thing I've discovered is while the majority of people don't like this, there are enough stupid people who will spend money on this. That's just how it goes. Like, if there's enough stupid people, they will rather have those few stupid people spend the money than the majority of people spend money on something smaller. They would rather that. Oh, yeah, League Gacha is 100% here to stay. It's not going away. It's going to get worse. Thing is, how do you acquire these now? If they remove the capsules. Maybe they could, like, maybe they change it and put it in the Mythic shop. That would actually be that'd be like a good way to salvage it at least. In the Sanctum. You know, they probably would just lump it in the Sanctum as like a separate drop or something. There's an abundance of stupid people. Polygon and Riot discussing why they changed Victor. I haven't seen that. I don't know if I trust a Polygon to talk about League, but they don't count for the. Oh God, it's TFT bullshit, isn't it? Thing is, they could have actually salvaged this because if they made it for Mythic Essence, you get a lot of Mythic Essence. More often than not, you're gonna get icons and Mythic Essence from the Sanctum. If you're not getting the gacha, like the main skin, if you had the Mythic Scam available for Mythic Essence, at the very least you'd have something to save up for with that Mythic Essence. Because right now you got nothing to save up for. There'd be something. Not anything great. It's just a variation of an already existing skin that you could buy for significantly cheaper. It's also... I'm gonna say it. Galaxy Slayer Zed, not even the best Zed Legendary. It's not Debonair's better. I think Debonair's just way better than this. Even just in general. More fun. Better animations. It looks way better.
See the wonder.
I main Kane, Mundo and Viego, and I am getting increasingly more nervous. Two of them are going to get a gotcha skin. I'll let you guess which two it'll be.
I think I can. I mean, Kane is actually very likely to get a gotcha. Actually, would he be? Now I think about it, I think Kane actually would be very unlikely because they'd have to make the gotcha skins have 3 forms, right? So for Kane and Ross, you'd have to give a form for each version. So you'd have to make 9 skins in one. And that way it would actually be almost decent value. So, not bad. Still less than Elementus Lux. That's true. Viego, though, Viego's definitely on the cutting room floor for sure. I think Viego, Lux, Yasuo, Yone, Kaisa, Ari, who else is like uber pot? Ezreal. Ezreal's definitely there. You mean 6? No, because there'd be 3 forms. 3 for Kane, 3 for Shadow Assassin, 3 for Rost. So, Ashe, yep. Ashe definitely up there. When's the daily drawing coming back? So I'll let you in on a little.
I'm truly afraid Malphite get one really scared.
Oh, Malphite needs to get a visual update first more than anything. Here's the thing. So this was the last one I posted, right? It was Belveth. That was the last drawing I posted. It was the creature. Because a lot of the drawings that I've done, I've had to go back and redo. Like, that was the original Belveth. And then I went back and redid it. Well, not redid it, but I, like, did some touch-ups, right? And because this stuff's for my thesis. So I'll spoil the one that was going to come next. There's the Blitz. But he's too oversimplified, and I got to go back and change him up a bunch. He's missing a lot of the details. It's too oversimplified, but he's a little guy. It's for your thesis? Yes. Some of the characters were a bit more drastic than others. For example, there was Aurora.
Hey, it's a thingy people.
There was updated.
Thank you.
Who is that? I don't see him on the current lore. Did you invent him?
Oh, yeah. OC of mine, yep. Good old Blitzcrank. I invented that one. So you can see the difference of, like, going back to change things. Or, like, even... Where was... Even there, like, there's Asol. Right? Look at that guy. And then there was... Oops. There was updated Asol. So, you know, make his face look better, make the crown more accurate, better looking galaxy, more accurate Asol color palette. No legs, though. I refuse to give him legs. Show me Cho. That's too far in advance. That's too far. A lot of them are like getting... Or like, Jesus Christ. Okay, there's Ambessa. That was the original Ambessa. And then there's the glow up. So I'm going to add a lot more details to them and not oversimplifying their armor and stuff. But some of them I've had to completely redo because they just looked terrible. Like a seer. Part of this is trying to portray the characters in my own art style, but also like, so if you looked at the character, you'd know what they were like. Like, you get a general idea. That doesn't look like a God Emperor. I think that's better. That's the second, like, that's complete redraw of that one. I think it looks a bit better. What about Cass? You'll see. You'll see. Who's on the left? A has-been hotel reject. But there's also, I'm making an attempt to try and make sure every character is drawn as their most up-to-date version. So this is skipping very far ahead, but because it's not done yet. But yeah, Jenna. But you can see the difference in this is like as I'm like making sure not to make extra work for myself. So she actually has like the line art done there. Or this one. Yarvin. This was the drawing when I realized my spine was broken. Unburned. Spineless drawing for you, yeah. That's me. Looks like a casket. See, this is a real design. I didn't make this up. This is a real Canon League design. So I'm just going off like, this is more Demacian Jarvan. This is like, if I imagine Jarvan in my head as an actual Demacian prince, I imagine this, not the stupid ass thing he's got normally. Show Bard. Okay. So Bard was the first one I ever did. And obviously this is a bit oversimplified. All right, that's a bit too. I mean, he looks cute. I like how it turned out, but it doesn't match with the art style of the rest of them. So that's the complete redraw was this one. And the detail back in.
Hello.
Little big squishy boy. Do Orin. I'm not an Orin yet.
Hey, it's a thingy people
cute to
use.
dad.
Thank you.
Chibi Bard.
Yes. Little goober. I think the last one I'm on so far that I've sketched is Nazus. That's the most recent sketch I did. I'm learning to draw on digital. That's part of it. That I'm not drawing on physical first. I'm doing digital. Yeah, good old Susan. But yeah, is Aatrox? Aatrox, I'm gonna need to go back and adjust. No Skarner. Not. I'm doing it alphabetically. So, but you know, I'm like also making an attempt to go back and adjust things like that. That was the original Draven that I came up with, which is just like it's fine, it's whatever, but it's not the best. And I don't think it captures Draven as well. So let me show you the final rendition of Draven. I think I already posted, or I didn't post this one, but I'll post the sketch so it doesn't spoil the final version. No, whatever. It's not even finished. It's not shaded.
Oh, hello.
That was the new Draven I came up with. That's more Draven to me, I think. It's making a show. Like, yeah, we'll come to Draven Town. So he's a performer. And my hands could ever I don't know, but I'm still an amateur. The Rirka champion already drawn. That's happened. That I got to LeBlanc. I did the arcane version of LeBlanc. I'm like, well, shit. All right, gotta redo that one. All right. Some style in that one. Yeah, I'm trying to make them all like cohesive, but also like my own art style. But also, I don't want to sacrifice too many details, that kind of stuff. So, which one was the hardest? The hardest one to draw?
A gift from the
In terms
forest.
of difficult, seriously,
I'm curious now, what exactly is your approved thesis about?
so the thesis is like it's 3 parts. It's one, it's skills and skill development. So I'm learning to draw digitally, enhancing my knowledge of using programs like Adobe Animate or Photoshop, Premiere, that stuff. But also fandom engagement, which is what I'm doing right now, like posting the art online. And I'm stuck. It's like very difficult trying to explain this stuff. But also because I wanted to make a catalog of the league champions. And if I just did the basic league models, You know, we'd be stuck with stuff like this. And unfortunately, this version of Janna just isn't like, that's not up to standard with League of Legends nowadays. Or this freak. Right, like these guys, like that's not good. So I'm trying to preserve the most modern version of every champion. So every character is going to be like their most modern incarnation. So we got like, like Legends of Runeterra, Janna, and Zillion, or Arcane, Jace, and Jinx, and whatever. That kind of stuff. Blitzcrank's a bit funk. Most modern incarnation of Blitz is the one that we've seen in Wild Rift, so I'm going with that one. Show the LeBlanc one. The LeBlanc one's just a sketch, though. Original League design was better. Although, I don't even know if I can show you the original LeBlanc because my folder for because I separated them into separate folders. I think it was not J. It was L to N. My folder corrupted. So I lost a lot. I lost quite a lot of drawings on that, and I had to redo a bunch of them from scratch, which was not great. Maybe I posted it somewhere hold on. I might maybe have posted it up here somewhere.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I only ask because also at uni doing art, game art and design, and currently learning 3D and going to end up special living in prop and asset concept.
Nice. Mine's more multimedia, so it's not like exactly art. Oh, it's okay. I did post it somewhere. Okay, there we go. That was the original LeBlanc drawing I did. It was that one. It was based more on the Arcane version. But yeah, that's then they decided to give her a visual update. So with the taco head, what you used to draw? A tablet. I got an XP pen. Other than your failed plans, yeah. So I ended up doing the new sketch on the redesign. So looks like a mummy. I freaking love this design. I think the visual update design is quite good too, but like the Shadow Mage LeBlanc, like that's perfect LeBlanc to me. Makes me a bit sad that's not the real version they went with. I knew they never would. It's too different from League's LeBlanc, but I freaking love that design so much. Ugh. But yeah. And then the final thing, it will probably be a video in the final rendition, but it will also have it'll be like this, like these things. And due to the request of my professor, these will be printed as like physical cards probably. So this will be like a physical thing, like I pass around the classroom, people can look at them. So yeah, this is like all the final drawings will be put in stuff like this, like like there's the Bard one, or there's the belt, like real name and stuff, like the belt that translates to God of Oblivion, stuff like that, and like most accurate age or species stuff, little symbol of their region in the top, that kind of stuff. You have a Rise brand relation with this professor? No. It's been a bit of work to try and get it working. Do I have one that I already spoiled that I can show the double region? Maybe. I don't know if I got one here. Maybe I don't. I don't know if I do. Has to be the easiest
Season
one.
2024 champion rewind when? PogChamp, PogChamp, PogChamp.
When I get
I'm
to
getting
it.
all sappy.
Hope you are well, Mr. Nicky Boy, Nicky Boy, yes, yes.
Thank you, TQ Kit. A whole year. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I literally have the script folder open on my tab right here.
Nature
But
surprise!
this, Jake's... Thank you for the prime. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you. I'm sorry you joined the
Hey,
patrons at a very unfortunate time.
Thank you.
Late to the party entry fee.
There's no edge of that. I meant to respond because some of the patrons were typing in the chat last night because for reference, I made an announcement saying like for the World Tree tier I wouldn't be doing any Patreon drawings until like March at least because I have so much work to do on my thesis and I have everything else to work on that I just can't be doing drawings. And I thought because someone asked
Hey
when's
there.
Jeopardy 5. And
Hello.
it's ready to go. It's just we need to find a time to get all the fellas together. So I thought what might be fun to do with the World Tree patrons is because there was no drawings, maybe we set up like a patron Jeopardy night. You guys can be my testers, my play testers. That could be fun. There's any more rewind? Working on it. Working on it. I think you like that idea. All right, that's good. So I think probably just to like clear the air a bit, not clear the air, but like for just to give you guys a clear idea of what I'm working on. So most of my time right now has been dedicated to my thesis, so that I can get it done on time. It has unfortunately been hindered a lot because of my my back problems, which has really stopped me from working as much as I want to. So I haven't been able to work as much in that case. But there's that, and there's 2 big projects I'm working on simultaneously right now, like trying to get done. So obviously there's the season rewind, which I want to get that as far along as I can. And there's the big project, which I don't want to say what it is specifically, because I think you fellas are really going to like it. But I will say it is not just on par with the kind of project we did for Cass. It has gone beyond it. So it's a big project that I've collaborated with a lot of people on. And I think you guys are really going to like it when it's finally all put together. But we have been working on this thing since August, dude. It's been since August we've been working on this thing. Like it's bigger than Cass. There's more to this than Cass, if you could believe it or not. I'm so excited though. I'll quell it that it's not Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath would have been fun, but it's not Cho'Gath. And I will spoil at least. It's not a VGU. But that's all I'll say. That's all. I'll leave you guys in anticipation. Forgot about my part. Season 7, yeah, that's still there. That one's still sitting in the back burner. The feels you gotta understand. I'm only one guy. I only do so much. And then having physical back pain and neck pain in combination with burnout and overwork, not fun. Not a fun combo. But the fact you guys do ask for it does at least keep me motivated, that I know at least what I'm working on people want to see. That's been like some of my biggest worries for working on videos, is that I'm going to spend all this time on something that people don't even want to watch anyway. So that's like, I hope that this does well. I don't know if the big project's going to do as well, but we'll see. It's been a passion project, something I wanted to do for a long time, but I'm super excited. Again, autism. So I don't have autism. My parents thought I had Asperger's when I was young, but no, I just have ADHD. So I am not on any other part of the spectrum. I guess ADHD is technically on the spectrum, but needing to leave the game. No. Anyway, that's the stuff I got planned there. So if you want like where I'm like why I'm not as active, that's why I'm just very busy with a lot of big projects working simultaneously. And of course, there's other stuff I want to do too. Like I want to make a Victor video, like a dedicated Victor video. I want to make stuff. There was a there was a League of Legends show that I think a lot of people don't even know exists that I want to make a video on that. I want to make, obviously we want to finish off the Wild Rift exclusives tier list, which the editor person that's helping with that has been having problems themselves. So we haven't been able to get that out either. And in the time that bloody thing was filmed, there's been like 30,000 new Wild Rift exclusives. So we have to film a part 2 to that thing anyway. Like look how many, that's how many, oh god, I closed everything. That's how many Wild Rift exclusives have come out since this damn thing was filmed. Like it's just, so we gotta do a part 2 to that at some point. But I think it'd probably be better to stream the second part of the Wilder and then combine those into like one really long video. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Asbrin, let me tell you, people look at you as a weirdo. Yeah. Armageddon, Return of the Chip. Chip is okay. You know, this one's not even done. It's just a sketch. I'll just spoil this one. Where is he? Not even done. It's such a rough sketch, but yeah, here he is. Look at my son down there. Yes. Just play Project Z, right? Just play any Z skin. It's not $200. Do we have the splash arts yet for the rest of these freaks? I don't know if we do yet, do we? Maybe not. Best dad and best boy. Oh, that's the other thing about it too, is that I'm gonna have like I've been managing to get the stuff like this. Like that stuff. Like just the character sound effects for the select thing. But because I can isolate the sound effects for the video for the thesis when it goes to each champion, I can then use the more modern version of every character. And I'm going to not use their select quote for a lot. So I can do like Janna, but then use...
Cast aside fear. I am with you.
Like that. I'm going to use like the more modern version of the champion. I'm not stuck with the... This is what shall we do today, summoner? Or whatever Sona says. Or even stuff like... I don't think any character is going to be using their actual select quote. Even like ones that are in League, like that. Or
everything can use an upgrade!
Stuff like that. This should be fun. Just take the alt sounds the same. Not always. A lot of characters don't use only their alt. They use like a combination of different sounds. Like Alistar, I think. Right? That's his alt, but it's also his passive. It's a combination of things. Show have only old. Yeah, but I can also use a different voice line. So like for Cho'Gath, I can use like that.
Your souls will feed the void.
Stuff like that. So I can use different voice lines. I'm not restricted. That's the nice thing about isolating them, is I'm not restricted to just using the select quote. I can use different ones. This one might need a bit of fixing though. That one.
Want to go cause a ruckus?
I don't know how well that fits, but it's like I'm trying to like isolate the audio a bit on that one. It's one of the voice lines that Corky has in the cinematic. I would have liked to use the one where it's like, fear, Bando City's most decorated Friday. So I would have liked to use that one, but there's so much heavy music over it and sound effects. It's very difficult to isolate the audio on that one. What's Poppy's called? I haven't gone to Poppy yet. Lima, Oscar Lima. That's a good one. Or like even using the LOR voices, right? Like that one, and then
Shroud the world in darkness.
like that, just more modern versions. What about Volley? I don't think I got Volley yet. I think I have I've been going like kind of sporadically. I think I just grabbed a lot of the LOR ones. Like that.
King of Trolls coming through.
Stuff like that. Using custom Snake Lady voice. Maybe. I do need to make a custom select sound effect though. Like these things, like this one. Right, like these. Because I do have this voice line.
My boat, my rules.
So gotta make one for those two.
Fancy a cup of tea? I'll warm the kettle.
So I gotta make some sounds for those two. Bear.
Nature surprise!
This.
I might not be able to pay my entry fee, but I still got my monthly fee.
There's no monthly fee either. Fair. They're the 26 months. Thank you. I appreciate that, dude. Here's the rules. Yeah. Probably only exacerbating the amount of time that I'm going to have to spend on it by doing those two, but yeah. It's a fun project. It just takes a long time to do, you know? Doesn't get to 2016. There's a few good ones. And a lot of the voice lines from LOR are really good. That's why I've been using a lot of them. Or like with this guy.
I am the destroyer of worlds!
Comparing League's Vigar voice lines to his LOR ones, like night and day difference. It's so good. Nora should be in League. I agree. I mean, we got the model now. We got the model. So, all the quotes are puns, yeah. Evil goblin. Not so evil. Yeah, Vigar's just funny. He's great. Or like this one.
Nature surprise!
Oh,
Rent?
there's no rent. Just thank you for the 9 months. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you.
Snow on my head, rain on my feet.
That's such a good voice line, dude. Such a good one. Why does it have a creepy mouth? It's not creepy. This is creepy. This is terrifying. They really have their backstory changed in Mbessa's book. I heard rumors that one of them's getting retconned somehow. I would hope if they're changing any character, I would hope they change Riven and not Rel. Because if they change Rel, I know what they're going to do. If Skarner's anything to go by. Because, like, Riot seems to have this whole thing with, like, no, we don't want any characters to be victims. But, like, isn't that fun to play a character who was a victim and is now taking back their lives? Like, to feel empathy for the character's tragic past? That seems like, if you didn't want to feel sad for a character, then what the hell is the point of a Mumu? Like, you can't tell me people don't want to play as characters who have had a bad time. Like, we don't need victims. Jinx, to be fair, Jinx was retconned into being a victim. She was the one who caused the victims. It's such an old story. I think a retcon would. I don't even know if it's like a big retcon, but it would make sense if they did change Riven as well, because remember, Riven was involved with Singed and his use of bioweapons and chemical warfare against Ionia, and she saw it firsthand. And if that doesn't happen anymore, then they're gonna have to change some things in general. But Rel has connections to LeBlanc, so I don't know. And that can make characters feel so powerful. Yeah, exactly. That's why, like, Rel, even though Rel doesn't have a lot of story, Rel's still engaging because she's Ike, fights for my friends. That's a victim, but he owns it or something like that. Well, Silas was different. Silas was like very clearly the victim of oppression. He was imprisoned for something that he had no control over, or something that like just inherently a part of him. He was just imprisoned for life, for just trying to help someone essentially, and persecuted against. And they turned him into the villain. They're like, okay, so this guy, now you gotta hate him, right? Like, he's awful. Yeah, Silas. Why did you make him the villain? That doesn't make, like, we're supposed to root for Jarvan? For Jarvan? Why did? And then Mage Seeker came along and, gave it a bit more gray area instead of black and white. Silas evil. Is Magneto. Yeah, I can see that. He's kind of like that now. Got tricked into being a victim. Yeah, the thing is though, Aso was always a sassy piece of shit even before Runeterra. So he wasn't exactly a great, he wasn't a nice guy before then. But he just got amplified a bit. His spitefulness. Right, CEO's politics. Save yourself. Do not look at Mark Merrill's Twitter account. Asel's an awesome... Yeah, I love Ace. Asel is great because he's like the perfect kind of ego. You know what I mean? Where he is very egomaniacal and very full of himself, but done in a funny way. And he has the power to back it up. I think actually League has quite a few characters that are very egotistical that do have the ability to back up that ego or are humbled frequently, right? Like Ezreal is humbled frequently on his ego. So it makes him, even though he's a bit whiny and pathetic, it's like, well, that's kind of the point. He's very confident in himself, but he's also he's a bit of a loser. So it becomes a bit endearing. Asol is a god, so he's also very sassy in his confidence, so it makes him funny. Kayn borders on it for me because Kayn is meant to be the embodiment of like the edgy teenager trope. He's like super edgy, but that's like he was designed to be that way. I find it, and also Kayn is fun because he has Ross to bounce off of. Again, like someone to humble his ego. So that's why I don't like Shadow Kayn as much, because then you lose that back and forth. Or Alawi's a great example of a character having an ego. There's one, I think you guys already know what I mean when I say there's one character in League that has an ego that is just insufferable. That is never humbled and just like, shut up. Shut up. Can't stand them. Yep, Kiana. Yep. Cannot stand her. God. Just shut up, Kiana. Kiana, you can't beat Aatrox because you can throw grass at him. Like, you can't. Just shut. Just like super, like elite pretty princess. Like, I'm better than everyone at everything. Shut up, Kiana. At least when Ezreal or Kayn do it, you have someone to, like, Ezreal is just a loser and Ross comes like, Kayn, shut the fuck up. You're a stupid idiot. Ego needs to be kept in check to be charming, and I don't know. God, Kiana, I despise listening to that character. Akali is decent, yeah. Although I wouldn't even say Akali is like... I don't even say she has an ego in that way. Maybe a little bit, but not to the degree of some of these other guys. Town is a victim of being a little bitch. Yeah. Yeah, well, Ezreal has an ego, but he's also like, he messes up constantly. So it's like, it becomes funny that he's trying to compensate for something. He puts on a front of being super confident, and really he's an insecure little weasel man. So it becomes charming in like a reverse sort of way. But Kiana has none of that, so it's just, it's all just listening to how amazing she is and how perfect. It's like, it's so annoying. Well, the new Sentinels, the new Sentai skins, very briefly, because I don't really care. They don't particularly excite me. We don't even have splash arts for them. Like, does Ryan even care? I don't know. Ezreal thinks he's the protagonist, but in reality he's a comedy relief friend who constantly fails and loses every fight. That's a good way to describe Ezreal, yeah. I like that. Ezreal is a good character to bounce off of other characters, I think. Did you add it to Kiana's lore to make it justifiable? I don't know. It's just because everything about Kiana, I don't like her personality. I don't like the idea of her just like being naturally just good at everything, of all the elements, or her outfit especially. Like, how come every single other Ashtali character looks infinitely cooler than she does? Even like, have you ever seen what Ashtali clothes look like? You seen this stuff?
Hello.
God damn. The Ishtal aesthetic is badass, dude. Every time I forget how cool it is. Look at that. Look at that. Look how cool that looks. How come Kiana don't look like that, huh? How colorful it is, and the spiraling. It's like organic magic woven into clothes. That's what it is in the lore. It literally makes their clothes. Kiana just looks like a freaking mobile game character, man. They make Kiana a villain, it would lead to a more interesting character. I mean, she acts like a villain. Can only do 3 ounces. She's a fraud. She didn't even unlock the Soothing Fire. Emilio did that.
Hello.
So I don't know. There's also they made Kiana and they made Ishtal and they just completely abandoned Ishtal for like 4 years until they came back with Emilio and then Skarner. Ishtal got more lore last year than it did when it first launched. I remember when they released the League of Legends art book, like the World of Runeterra art book, and Ishtal had 1 page. That was that was a bit disappointing. Gary Q Saving isn't coming out tomorrow. Why? Here's only work if they're actually written to being insufferable like Kane. Yeah, it's not that. Well, Kane is insufferable, but again, he has Ross to balance him out. This is not on any of the patch notes. I'm sure that's probably a mistake. There's no humor. Yeah. That's about it. It's not really. Even Mel, like Mel trips. Mel's not. I wouldn't even say Mel is a very, maybe like season 1 Mel, but Mel became more empathetic in season 2. Not on the graphics either. Ego chase. Yeah, even like Asol. Like Asol is very humorous, but he's humorous not in the way that he's humbled by his ego, but in that the way he talks about his ego being like very silly, and he's very sassy. You're being your own aspect. What would you be? I don't. Yeah, cool full and close. How could you see her hips? You could see it better. You could see it better if you gave her big flowing clothes. You want textbook example? Oh, textbook example that's literally coming out tomorrow. Where's this damn thing? Wait, crazy. There we go. Big poofy dress. There you go. That makes her hips look larger. You can do it with big clothes. You can have the hip, but also just not make her actual hips look so so comically large. Ugh. That's why you can do that. You can use, you know, that's all those like old Victorian dresses were like that. That's the reason they were all like that. What's his chat models? Model viewer. Aspect of the gremlin. What does that even entail? What's that? Syndermains. Thing is, so here's my thing that I've noticed, and I've noticed it with rivals especially, because Marvel Rivals has a lot of characters where they have very heavily prioritized, especially with the ladies. Like Invisible Woman, probably the key example with her skin, or Psylocke, where they, you know, and Venom. They're going for a specific audience there, right? Pretty much every character is like that. That's not a bad thing. The bad thing is when they push that kind of character so much. Yeah, Gooners are thriving in that economy. But then suddenly there's like a huge amount of very sexist voice chat. And granted, that happens in a lot of multiplayer games, but it's like, yeah, if you make every character like that, then you're going to kind of perpetuate that problem a little bit. So it becomes a bit of a fine line. It's like, well, do you want to make the characters hot, or do you want to... For the bit I played of Rivals, I played Venom, and I couldn't play him anymore. I felt very uncomfortable playing Venom. Oh, yeah, Zenless Zone Zero, yeah. Yeah. I always forgot Zindra exists. Yeah, me too. Gooning meta, yeah. So, I don't know. When Carnage? How did they even make Carnage different than Venom? I guess, like, he can make weapons. Assassin? I guess. There's so many DPS in the game already, though. You gotta, like, make some new healers and new tanks. Oh, I'm sure it's a lot more than just horny. I'm sure it is. It's just as a non-Zenless Zone Zero player, that is all I ever see about it. That is all I ever see is people being horny over the new characters. I never see anything else about it. I'm sure if you're into the game, there's more to it than that, but it's like, that's all it shows up on my timeline. As a playable bear. That's good. I mean, Tekken's got Kuma. It hasn't held the reputation yet. I did notice. Did you guys notice that after Arcane Season 2 came out, we reached that point where the fan base splintered? There is now the fully dedicated Arcane-only fan base that exists in its own pocket dimension. It's finding that be created in real time is so weird. They got like their own separate culture of like Arcane only fans. Yeah, we do got Wild soon. Yay! I did. Let me see if I could find this. This was so good. Velware Man, thank you for the whole year. Jesus Christ.
1 year, and I have a very controversial opinion.
Yeah.
I think everybody should be nice to each other. Except for Yone players, wedgie them from skyscrapers.
That is very controversial. I can't believe you would say that. Be nice to each other. What the hell? No one's ever heard of this. Thank you for that whole year, dude. Thank you. Wow, it's 24 days. Yeah, man. It's crazy. I want to see if I can find this. Where is this damn thing? I saw it. I swear I saw it. Let me see where it was. Because it was like, for context, it was a post about Wilds, and it was saying like they made some changes to the crawling animation. When you know, like you crawl underneath a structure or like a cave, and now it puts the camera ahead of your character as opposed to doing a close-up shot underneath you. So for the female characters, it would just like put the camera right up underneath them. And so they changed that in Wilds finally, so you're not staring up their skirt anymore. And of course, you got people go like, I can't believe they changed it. Game gone woke, and like they don't even play the game. So, and now I will use this anytime I encounter people like that. This is good. I like this image a lot. Oh, the Katarina debacle was something. That was people finding out that Katarina was that. What the hell is that? Chase, what the fuck?
A gift from the forest.
What the
20. As a
20?
long-time League fan on Tumblr, the Arcane fandom is massive there, and so often I have to bonk people or correct absolute stupid misinformation. Some takes are absolutely bonkers and canonly disproven. I'm in a very weird position of a fan of both.
Hello.
Me too. There's 20 channel membership. Jesus Christ. What the hell, dude? Thank you. You don't gotta do that. You don't gotta do that, man. Jesus. I think Jigs Lux is canon. I mean, they've the anime didn't help. The anime helped to perpetuate a little bit like that. Jesus. She's into Mr. Generic Swordsman. I thought that was kind of the funny thing about it, wasn't it? That like this super high-profile assassin from Nox is into the dumb sword wielder from Demacia. Mortified Bear, thank you for the prime. Chase, thank you for 20 channel memberships, you psychopath. Thank you. Sure, arcane fans are kind of rabid and insane. No, the thing is like it's not even. I wouldn't even say it's an arcane fan unique scenario. It's where fandom just sparks from anything, and fandom usually what happens is fandom get way too invested in the properties that they're into to the point where if people challenge them on their views for how they view certain characters or how they view their media, or people don't like their media, that's not just, oh, I don't, this person doesn't like the same thing I like. That is a personal attack. So for people who are that engrossed in arcane fandom, who like, they love, I don't know, let's say, Jace Vic ship or whatever it is. Most people will be saying to just enjoy that ship. But there are people who, if you say, well, I kind of like Jace Mel or whoever, or I like Victor whoever, they take that as a personal attack on themselves, even if stuff is headcanon. So it becomes, they get very angry and very heated very quickly. And it's not just an arcane thing. That's every fandom's like that. You get too engrossed. And most of the time it's kids and young adults usually. It's usually that area of fandom is normally people within like the 15 to 19 age range, I'd say, is normally that area. But yeah, shipping gets wildly out of control. I have no skin in the game. So for me, it's like, if it's not gross, like it's not a child or cheating or like an animal and probably other exceptions, just ship whoever you want, man. It's headcanons, whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, shipping, people take it way too seriously. Way too seriously. New Jonas game, I'm excited. Not really. It just get violent very fast. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get why it gets so heated so quickly. I don't know why. I think this goes taking an unreasonable amount of time to release. It's been 5 years. Well, you have to understand, they completely redid it from scratch. They were working on that thing for like 4 years and then scrapped it because they didn't like the direction it was going and started over again. I imagine they are actually way further along than they've shown us. But I would prefer they take their time to make sure it's good and is successful. And if I'm being honest, I think even though it's not a traditional fighting game, like it's a platform fighter, but I think multiverses just made Riot Games shit their pants. I think that the collapse of multiverse has terrified Riot. They were working on a platform fighter and they shut that down. So releasing a fighting game
gift
as
from
well,
the forest.
it's just...
I remember writing up cliff note of Necrit's arcane stream BC of the rampant misinformation, fighting and hatred for Christian for his Javik comment that got taken so out of context. That post has nearly 3K, which makes me happy.
Yeah. It's just a lot of people take things very out of context. Yeah, Multiverse going offline, yeah. Yeah, Riot Games was working on a platform fighter. I think that the in-game or like the in-progress name was just Pool Party. I don't think that was going to be the final name. But it was intended to be a melee-like. It was intended to be a competitive platform fighter. And then Nick All-Star Brawl came out, floundered after barely even a time. Nick All-Star Brawl 2 came out, didn't even get out the door before it failed. Multiverses collapsed completely. And I think Riot is terrified to actually put their foot in the door when it comes to another free-to-play game. They'd rather just milk the existing player base they have already instead of try to get new ones. Well, it was kind of self-inflicted wound, but it's true that Smash is the only platform fighter that has staying power. I'd say Rivals has done a pretty decent job. Rivals isn't like huge. Rivals of Ether, I mean. Yeah, like Rivals of, yeah, they just released the sequel, right? Like they've been doing pretty well for themselves. They're not Smash, but they're doing pretty good. Like they're doing good for themselves. But because Smash pioneered the genre and is such a massive amount of IPs together, it's very difficult to compete. That's why I always found weird, even in like all the problems that Multiverses had, I could not believe that they spent so much time adding so many characters from the same franchises. Like, why are there 4 Looney Tunes? Why are there a million DC characters? Why is there so many Adventure Time characters? Like, let Warner Brothers, you have a billion franchises under your umbrella. Like, let's get Freddy Krueger in there. Let's get some TMNT stuff in there. Let's get Godzilla or Kong or all a million other Cartoon Network shows like Courage the Cowardly Dog or like, not even Courage. Let's get let's get Eustace in there. That'd be the better one. No, yeah, no Ben 10. Like, where's the hell's Ben 10? It's crazy. They got so many franchises. Where's Fred Flintstone? I could not believe that Multiverses died before they added Fred Flintstone. That is baffling to me. That seems like such an obvious pick. Ed and Eddie. Perfect. Yeah, Mortal Kombat. Yeah, anyone from regular show. Mustman. Harry Potter. Lord of the Rings. Like, where's Gandalf? There's a billion franchises they have. And like, you know what this needs? 4 Adventure Time characters. One of them's not even a main character. And I get what they were trying to do with Banana Guard. I get the Banana Guard was supposed to be Multiverse's version of Piranha Plant, right? It was supposed to be a character from a popular show that people know about, but never would have considered to be a playable character. Problem is, by the time that Smash added Piranha Plant, they had 70 characters. You know? And also, I think Piranha Plant being added to the game was a jab at the Waluigi fans who sent death threats to Sakurai and his team for not adding Waluigi. That's just speculation, a tinfoil hat theory, but that just matches up perfectly to me. It just sounds hilarious and true. Black Adam, yeah, Black Adam was just they just forced Black Adam into everything. How many Fire Emblem characters are there? That's true. There's a lot of Fire Emblem characters, but they also got Mario and Zelda and Metroid and Pokemon and Donkey Kong and all these other third ones like Mega Man. They got Snake. They got freaking Street Fighter, Tekken. I guess they didn't have Tekken yet, but they got, you know, like Fatal Fury, Minecraft, Xenoblade. Like, they got a billion franchises. There's a lot of Fire Emblem characters, but they have also enough characters that a complete random oddball is actually fun. Whereas with Multiverse, is like, okay, so Banana Guard, I get it. That's funny. Where's Gandalf and Fred Flintstone and Ben 10? And like, you gotta have the heavy hitters first, dude. Like, you can't make a new Smash game and then put in... You can't put in... I don't know, like the fairy from Zelda before you have Link. Like, you're not going to do that. It's true. It doesn't have Hatsune Miku. I mean, Fortnite's got everything beat in terms of that. Grimm? Oh, Grimm would have been fun. They've had Rick and Morty. They did do that. I I mean, when they put in Rick and Morty, that was still in the middle of the hiatus with, or not the hiatus, the fiasco with Justin Roiland, and all the voice lines for Rick and Morty were just recycled from the show. Disney will have the opposite problem: too few characters. So, I think that problem is exacerbated because of the 2v2. I don't think it's a death sentence. I think with a traditional fighter, it can get away with less characters. A lot of fighting games traditionally were released with very few characters. Street Fighter V has a massive roster now, but it was tiny at the start. And the best example I can think of is Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct, when it launched, had 6 characters. It had Jago, Saberwolf, Glacius, Thunder, Sadira, and one more. No. Spinal was DLC. Spinal and Fulgore were post-launch. Who's the other one? Yeah, because they were the post-launch creators of Season 1. Jago's sister. Does Jago have a sister? Orchid. It was Orchid. Yes, right. Yeah. It was Jago, Saberwolf, Glacius, Sadira, Orchid, Thunder. That was the launch content. Was 6 characters, and they added Spinal and Fulgore later. And then they had Season 2, and then Season 3, and then Season 3.5 over the course of 4 years. So I wouldn't be surprised if 2XKO launches with a very small roster, but adds more to it later on. The problem with that is that Killer Instinct was a 1v1 game. Yeah. This is a 2v2 game. So it immediately becomes a bit more difficult when you have to face 2 characters. So there's a chance the game becomes becomes stale far quicker. You know how they'll monetize 2XKO? I would hope that they don't poorly monetize it, but because they keep talking about how they want to respect our wallets, but then, yeah. Why is it 2v2 again? Because they thought it'd be fun, basically. Because pretty much, if you want to look at the big 3, I guess I'd even say it's the big 4 now. Big 4 is Street Fighter, Tekken, Mortal Kombat, and I'd argue Guilty Gear's up there now. Mortal Kombat's been waning a lot. Traditionally, the biggest fighting games on the planet have been 1v1s. Tekken is the one unique one where it's like a 3D space. Mortal Kombat tried to do that, didn't work out too well. Mortal Kombat also tried to do a tag team system, didn't work out too well. But Guilty Gear, or not Guilty Gear, sorry, some of the other things where Arc System works, like Dragon Ball FighterZ, it's a 3 versus 3. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was 2 versus 2. Then Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was 3 versus 3. So tag fighters have a place. And I think Power Rangers is also a tag game. I think. Virtua Fighter is also a big fighting game as well. But Grand Blue, I don't know a lot about Grand Blue and Blaze Blue because I'm not super into the anime fighters, surprisingly. It had a racing mini game. It's true. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was 3v3, right? It was versus Marvel Superheroes, wasn't it? It was 2v2. Was Marvel vs. Capcom 2 the one that had War Machine instead of Iron Man? I don't remember. Infinity was 2v2 because they went back to the old system. I don't know much about Skullgirls. Injustice was by NetherRealm, same people who made Mortal Kombat, or at least the modern Mortal Kombat. But the tag fighter genre isn't as filled as the 2v2 genre, so it makes it significantly easier for 2XKO to make its own identity. Whereas if they just make another 1v1 fighting game, it's competing especially against the biggest fighting game franchises on the planet. So it becomes way more difficult for them to carve themselves their own little niche. But doing 2v2, it's a lot easier. So, and it has the potential as well, because tag system games have the have historically mostly been about just one player piloting all the characters, but 2XKO seems to be going the direction that they want you to be able to play with a friend. So you can play 2 versus 2 or 2 versus 1, so you can play with your friends, which is great. During the alpha test, I had so much fun. Like, me and Ross were playing a ton. We were playing, like, he was like Echo, and I think I was playing like Darius or Alawi. We were having a great time. Played a lot with Nithid and Scooch and some other friends. Like, it was great. It was really fun just being able to play a tag fighter with your friends. It just felt seamless. It was great. I'll be very excited when they add more characters. That way you can add more potential. Or was Capcom Infinite was 2 versus 2? Yeah, because they wanted to go back to a formula of the older games. It was always a Beowulf. It's kind of weird. Some of these fighting games have really crazy crossovers too, which I wonder if 2XKO is going to have like Valorant characters. I feel like they'd clash with the style a bit, but I guess we'll see. Been good at pairing up champions and stories and stuff, so I think the system sounds great in the fantasy. You can do Kate Vi. I think if they're going to do ones, yeah, I think like Jinx Echo would be a natural combo. Or even like Vi Jinx, you could do. You could have revealed in February. Yeah, I think they said something about that, right? Because the new alpha test is coming back too. Yone and Lucian's spotlights are cut out. They're out. Oh, like the full ones. Oh. Braum and Alawi. I mean, that one feels intentional. They had in the Braum trailer, they had what seemed to be a unique cutscene. Remember? Like they had that at the very start of it. They had this like little cutscene of this thing. Like that has to mean something, right? Like that's gotta be. They gotta be hinting at some kind of special character interactions together. I hope so, because that'd be awesome. I would love that. And even Ari has a unique voice line when fighting Echo in her when she goes into fight. Look at this man. His hands are so massive because he's a big man. Big man. Jet and Akali. I could see Jet. Thumbs big as his entire face. Yeah. So, I don't know. I wouldn't mind them adding some more, like adding some guest characters like Valorant, or even like some exclusives, right, that are not League champions. But I think, like I said with multiverses, they should establish a core roster of League champions first before they start getting super crazy. You gotta have your core first. You gotta have your foundations, and then you build up from there. Then you can start getting crazy with it. I think Jinx actually is one of the best supers in the game. Where was this damn thing? That's great. That's a great super. I also really like this Jinx design. It's like, it's not quite the Arcane one, but it was very weird having this be revealed like right after Arcane Season 2. It's like, so who is this character now? Is this just like Harley Quinn pretending to be Jinx, or like who is this character now? Not really Jinx anymore, is it? I face wanted to delist in the store Galaxy Slayer set. I mean, they've delisted stuff before, so. Sort of like Harley and Injustice 2. I mean, she was always like that. Even from the start, Jinx was kind of like meant to be League's Harley Quinn. Even with how they dressed her, right? They dressed her in that checkerboard pattern. So, yeah, it was always what she was meant to. She was designed from the start, but. Gonna get Gecko. So I don't know. I mean, so we should be getting a new character reveal in February. What character that will be? I don't know. Jack, please. Jack would be cool. I mean, I'd love Jack. I think Jack is awesome. Pantheon. It'd be cool. Ivor and Viego, yeah. Maybe. The thought has just occurred to me. I think they might add Mel. I feel like that might be where they're going with this. They might, like, the new show gets revealed and Mel's there. I wouldn't be surprised. Filthy zoner. I mean, I wouldn't like a zoner. I don't like zoners. Tell reference to the new Yone skin. No, it's the Zed one. It's this stinking Zed. Stinking Zed skin. $200. Bilgewater cherry outside of Alawi. If you're gonna add a Bilgewater, I'd say just add Gangplank. Gangplank, then you have a Gangplank Alawi rivalry a bit there. That'd be fun. Who was the last reveal? It was technically Jinx. Technically. It was like a full reveal of Jinx, but if you're talking about like the last full character reveal that we didn't know about prior was Braum. And Braum was a while ago now. Braum was 6 months ago. Was Braum's reveal. So it's been a while. They had like a streak there where they were being very active and posting stuff like once a month, but they kind of went dark again for a while and then revealed Jinx in full. And I think Jinx is in the new Alpha Lab, so how many months? Coming this year still? Maybe. I hope so. It'd be fun. I'm very excited for this game. Very excited. 6 months. Insert Riot's lesser known upcoming Minecraft clone Hytale. I can't say I am because Minecraft is not a game I've ever had fun with. I have tried so many times to like Minecraft and I can't get into it. So I can't say it's something I'd be excited about playing like another version of Minecraft. Would you do a Sageham Slam? I would get demolished in a Sageham Slam, dude. You gotta understand, I love fighting games. I'm not good at fighting games. I get walloped. I get absolutely fucking walloped in these things. I like fighting games because I think they're fun. I play them casually. I get smoked. And the whole point that you start off bad and learn to get better. Yeah, but also the time investment of learning to get better is not something that interests me particularly. It's like with League. And I've been playing League for 15 years. I've never once expressed interest in like, you know what? I want to get better at the game so I can, like, for what end? Ranked? I don't really care about ranked. I play enough ranked to get my skin and then I dip. I like to watch my daughter play them because I just smash my head on the controller. I mean, 2xKO should be easier because of the single button specials. You don't got to worry about crazy controller inputs, right? Omen would be cool. Omen would be cool. Yeah. Hey, good enough that my friends would put me on their Clash team. That's fair. Scissor was 5 days. The rest was just random tables. Okay, you blame me? Is there really a lot to discuss about these? I don't know. They don't even have splash arts for them. I can't even look at them. I can look at the Zed one. You know, we got like Megatron Zed over here, who does not look like this in the game at all. Oh, well, we do have new emotes and icons. Yay. No, they smoothed them out again. They smoothed them out again. Stop doing... Get Brand off that Ole immediately. Get him off it. I swear we have this smolder emote already. I swear we have this. Am I crazy? Is that just me? That's a funny Eve one. Yeah. That's nice to have them two together like that. I don't like this Jarvan one. I don't like this Jarvan. I don't like that face he's giving. That should call the police face right there. I don't know. If I saw someone looking at me like that, that's not even smug. That's just like, what are you thinking about, Jarvan? That's, ugh. Lee, Buff Teemo, Spider, and this, yeah. Why is Lucian in this skin eating a honey fruit? Is that important? Or is that... I don't know. Buff Teemo. I think that's meant to be like the one that's from the TFT Little Legend kind of where he gets really buff. It's a bomb. Isn't that honey fruit? Looks like the honey fruit. So why is he trying to eat a hand grenade? He's wearing a skin. Yeah, it's the new skin. Yeah, the Hui one's good. That's probably my favorite one out of all those. And we get icons. Who the hell is that? Is that the Zed skin? Why'd they give him his pigment back? Isn't Zed like... Wait a second. Hold the phone. Oh, wait. Wait. I thought he was like a pale son of a bitch in isn't he? Isn't he just like a pale son of a bitch? Where are you, Zed? Yeah. Look at that. He's purple. They got rid of his purple. They just put him on his on his hair. That Squidward face. And minions. And a little piggyback ride, I guess. Is that what that is? Sure. They gave him humanity. Maybe. His name's Scott. Well, okay, well there's this. Oh god, it's so small. Jesus. What? My god. Okay, so I think that's supposed to be Lucian. And that's supposed to be Senna. And so this is supposed to be Yone. That's all the splash art we got. That's all we got. That's all we got. Looks like anyone but Senna. I think it's because it's like they're in suits. This looks lanky enough to be Jin here. Doesn't he? The fact he's got no face showing and he's so skinny in the one guy. Like from this little crop thing, it makes it look like Jin and not Lucian. I thought it was Jin. Lucian, you gotta eat something, man. It isn't. Is there splash arts for it? Anywhere. Any splash arts. Oh, we got model close-ups. This will help. This will be useful. We got a model close-up of Lucian. Got one for you. And I don't think there's one for Yone yet, by the looks of things. We got Lucian and Senna. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah. Masked Justice. Got a Star Guardian gem in there. Bug Eyes. I don't really know what. Yeah, maybe he's like. Is he going for like an insectoid theme? The guns and the thigh armor kind of give that impression a little bit. Kamen Rider? I don't even know what that is. Sounds like an anime. Senna. That's just default Senna's face. They didn't even... That's just the default hair, too. It's just like the Runeterra version just got plucked out and put in a different reality, I guess. Power Rangers type deal. Yeah, I mean, like, sure. I think Senna, just by nature of having the hood, looks more interesting than Lucian does. Because, like, what does Lucian have that's special? I guess it's, like, a little cloak, I guess. Gun's kind of boring. Gun is a little bit boring. These Power Ranger skins, I assume that's what's going on. I think so. I believe that's the inspiration. Like Power Rangers, Super Sentai. I guess. Not really sure. Oh, well. That's not what I was looking for, but I guess that's something. $200. Aatrox. There's new Chibi Blood Moon Aatrox. That's... Yay. Finisher look cool. Do you know TFT is the game where you can pay $200 to BM people? I feel so cynical, but like, man, it like, it's so hard to get excited for stuff, like cosmetic-wise for Riot Games these days, because it's just, none of it's affordable. It's like, okay, here's a new Aatrox thing, cool, I can't afford it. Here's a new Zed skin, cool, I can't afford it. It's just like an age where like half the stuff being put out is like, well, I can't afford that, man. Like, what do you expect me to do? I can't fork over $200 a week to get one thing. You know, skin RVFX looks sick because I hate Yoda. Oh, me too. I mean, yeah, the visual effects look pretty cool, but I wouldn't say skin itself looks particularly crazy. I don't know. You know, like Blizzard. It's just, yeah. It's upsetting because goodwill goes a long way, man. Like, goodwill for a company, like, if you bring up that goodwill of the community, like, they're more willing to help you out and cheer you on. And, like, I'm more willing to spend money for a game that I feel like respects me, but it feels like they just don't respect. Is it so expensive now? Yeah, that's the thing. It's crazy expensive, but enough people do buy it. That's the main problem, is that there are enough people to justify they keep making it. My concern is, for how long? Like, how long will those people keep buying this stuff? I can only imagine if you only focus on this content, eventually you're going to drown that out and you're going to dwindle the player base as a result. Because it's not like Genshin, whereas like Genshin's a single player game, right? You play that by yourself, or and like all those Hoyoverse games are primarily single player games, aren't they? Or they can be played solo. I don't know. Yeah. So in that case, those games could survive off of just a few people playing their game, but spending ludicrous amounts of money. League requires 10 people per match. If you keep losing those people in favor of, you know, only focusing on the people who are willing to spend that exorbitant amount of money, you're going to kill your multiplayer game. Or you're playing, you gotta spend $200 on a skin and then go play bots. People who buy this stuff do it because they're either so obsessed with the champion they cannot let them, like they can't fathom not having a skin for them, or they like to flex. And apparently that's like a big thing in Korea, is flexing through digital cosmetics, which is weird to me. Thanks for calling me. Concord moment. The Concord had Concord was just like not doing anything new. So it's just how long can that sustain for? All the while they keep butchering their own not perspective, reputation. They keep progressively ruining their reputation by continuing to do this stuff. It just makes the existing players who have supported League for a long time through playtime and occasional purchases, or through fan art, or through videos, or whatever, or through esports, like attending esports events, it just makes them all feel like the company does not give a single rat's ass about us. They only care about the people who are willing to spend exorbitant amounts of money on a variant of a skin that already exists, or a skin that is of legendary tier, but they charge more. And also, I don't know if you fellas have noticed, but the quality of legendary skins has also been going down. I put this in the Mythmaker video, but it's like, that's just base Jin's run animation. That's just the same animation. That's also just the same animation. Also the same animation. Where's the spell for shoot? Same animation. Right? Like, so intentionally lowering the quality of the directly purchasable skins so that the gachas seem more appealing. I just think that, yeah, and Mbessa and Victor was like, I didn't like it either, but in that case it was like, well, they're brand new animation set. I don't like it, but I get how that could have led to that. Especially with Mbessa being a brand new champion with entirely new animations, so like people are gonna have to learn this character twice, or what the character looks like twice. I don't agree with it, and I don't think they should have done it in the first place. But Jin's been around for a while, man. So to see them reusing animations for this is just not good. And it sucks because I'm a content creator for this game, man. Like I make all my videos about this stuff, so like when they keep making bad decisions, it's like, well, fuck me, dude. I hate it. Just can we make the good stuff, please? I like talking about the good stuff a lot more than talking about the bad stuff. Oh, the AI schlock that happened, yeah. Hello. Your person trying to decor me, of course, they'll be sad in the end. Definitely low to the game is just kind of pathetic. I wouldn't even say it's loyalty in that way. I'm trying to figure out how to word it so it doesn't sound like. It's more so like it's a game that means, like, or at least like franchises can mean a lot to people. Like League as a franchise means a lot to me because I've been playing it for like 15 years. How we make a lot of friends. Smart way. That's why I'm here doing this right now, right? So it means a lot to me. So I don't want to see it fail. Whenever I see it do this kind of stuff, it makes me mad, but it makes me sad because, like, why? Come on, guys. I want to be able to cheer you on and make good things and make more experiences and get more people into this world. It sucks. Got off league this year because the chest got removed. Yeah, and they just make it worse for free-to-play players. Although the free-to-play players today, all my fellow league boomers will remember back in like season 2, grinding for like a full month to get Heimerdinger. Like, that was common play. Buying champs with RP, that was just commonly accepted. Because it's just like, yeah, it takes fucking forever to unlock a champ. We didn't have any of these champion shards or blue essence disenchanting. We didn't got none of that. You just had to buy the character directly with influence points. Yeah, it took forever to unlock champions back in the day. They progressively made it easier and easier over time, but then they just kind of, nope, taking it back. So yeah, it's more like a back to form than anything. They're getting dangerously close to pulling a bungee. I think, because the league is at the point where they feel like they're too big to fail. That might be true. It might be that they're too big to fail, that they can just coast off of the few people who will buy anything and spend money on whatever they want. Maybe that's true, but I don't know. Give you free skin for Christmas. I remember when they had the 10th anniversary and everybody got a free legendary skin. Not even like a skin shard, just like a free legendary skin. I got Red Baron Corky, but that's beside the point. Yeah, and anniversary, right? Like, we got a lot of stuff. $2 horse armor, you know. Made fun of him for weeks. I don't know, in my circles, like, people just like, yeah, I want to get the new champion. So it's way faster to spend money, spend $5 to get it than to grind for a month and a half. I don't know about the current situation with Jin LLC. I don't know if I can send links, but I'd like to read it. I would avoid going to Reddit personally, but thank you. I don't even know to the $5. You ever said $5 to do that? Ballcocks, thank you. Oh. So I don't know. Got Red Baron Corky. I got Iceberg Corky. I mean, those were like some of the first ones. Those are like some of the first legendary skins. Yeah, the League subreddit. I remember back in the day when League subreddit was like a safe haven of content creation. That's how Scooch and Magikarp and Frost Prime and Darkbeard, like, they all got their big boosts on there from the League subreddit initially because they actually liked people and not esports stats. So it's a changing environment, changing landscape, but I don't know. It's all a bit of a mess. All a bit of a mess. So you know, skins that I'm so shook. It's alright. It's okay. Just gonna wrap up. Gonna change the thing is the model and call it legendary. I mean, they're just gonna keep. The thing is as long as they can get away with it, they're gonna keep doing it. You know what one of the highest selling skins of 2023 was? Like one of the most successful, most purchased skins of that year. Soul Fighter Samira. In spite of everything, they got away with it. Enough people bought it. So if they can get away with less effort, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they think. Like what people think about it. If there are enough people to buy it, then that's a win-win for them. They make their money and people still get it. They
For a long
put in less
time
resources
I've been
to
in
do
the
it.
boat of loving the world, skin universes, lore, characters and fan content, but hated the game itself. become more the norm for many by the day.
Yeah. I've been like that for a long time too. A lot of the times as well, trying to like record for casual champion reviews become a headache because just like, well, commentating while playing League is already really difficult, especially if I have like notes I'm trying to read off of. But then the way people act in League is so ass. Oh, yeah, we'll be moving on to Marvel Rivals. Yeah, and I saw a lot of Overwatch players doing that too. You're close to a death marsh. It's worrying because like of course I don't want the game to fail. I don't want people to look at the game or the characters and be like, yeah, this sucks. Everything about it's awful. It's like, obviously for a game in a world that I love has been a big part of my life. I want more people to enjoy it. So it just really sucks when it sees that, you know, higher ups just keep making every decision possible just to piss everyone off because it makes a bit more money.
Do they show the actual metrics between people having bought the skin versus people getting it from a chest? I got the Soul Fighter Samira via chest.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. There's new competition. They keep doing this. See this game dying now very soon. I would agree that it's like going downhill if every year the esports scene isn't like the highest viewership it's ever been. So, and then Arcane did numbers. Didn't get them a lot of money because they spent so much money making it. And I'm sure Netflix ripped them off completely. Netflix raking in crazy millions with Arcane, I'm sure. But so it's difficult to say. Yeah, esports is going up. Arcane is doing really well. Obviously, the skins are still selling. Otherwise, they wouldn't make them. That's the thing. If they weren't making money, then they wouldn't do it. I've discovered that as well. That Riot has that tendency that if they are not the top dog in anything, if they try something and they're not number one or like top 5, they shut it down. You guys notice that? Like, League, biggest MOBA in the world. TFT, biggest strategy game in the world. Valorant, one of the biggest tactical shooters in the world. Legend of Runeterra, not the biggest card game in the world. Shut it down. Riot Forge, shut it all down. Skinline did not perform as well. Shut it down. And now then they try again. Like they're trying again with Project K. So it's like if it's not absolutely monumentally successful, then they shut it down. Hope Deadlock does well. I don't know. I don't know what to say about Deadlock. I mean, I'm sure it will do decent. I mean, was it Supervive? I mean, Supervive released a very unfortunate time that Marvel Rivals was released like almost at the exact same time. So depends. Hype for the MMO. But see, that's my worry, right? Like, what if the MMO is just like a standard MMO that people have played? Like, it does nothing to innovate. Are people just gonna like, if the player number goes down, it's not the best MMO in the world. Are they just gonna shut it down? I don't know. What happens with 2XKO? If 2XKO comes out and it's not the biggest fighting game in the world in a year, they're just gonna shut it down? I don't know. I don't know what like. So it's scary. It's like the company prioritizes being the number one at everything. If they're not the number one, then what happens? So it's worried. Heartsteel, yeah, true damage. True damage. Well, that didn't. That wasn't as big as KDA. 100 million views doesn't compare to 300. All right, shut it down. Love playing Deadlock, but the problem is my friends. Finding friends to play. Yeah, it's also a big problem with multiplayer games, right? You need to find friends to play with. Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's also a big reason why 2XKO being a 2v2 at least will help it stand apart from those big fighting games, right? At least it'll be a different genre of fighting game. So, but that's also why, like, other example, the never released platform fighter Riot was working on, it was supposed to be a competitive platform fighter akin to being the new Melee. These other platform fighters come out and try to incorporate some elements of Melee, especially Nick All-Star Brawl 2 was really trying to incorporate some competitive stuff like Melee. They realize, shit, platform fighters aren't doing as well because we can't compete with the already existing top dog. Shut it down. So it's just like, ooh, like it gets very anxious to hope for good things to come out. It seems like if they're not the best in the world, they shut it down. So I don't know. Oh yeah, if Wild Rift didn't blow up in Asia, I guarantee it would have been shut down already. 100%. The fact is sustaining itself in Asia through gacha. Wild Rift is not doing very well in the West at all. Heartsteel, yeah. Rivals 2 is chilling because it's content with not being the biggest thing in the world. It receives crowdfunding. It has a dedicated community, right? It's content with not being the biggest platform fighter in the world. So it goes on by, and it does well enough that it can keep going, which is great. You don't need to be like the multi-million-dollar biggest game in the world. You know, I don't need to get 3 million views every video. I could tell with just making enough to get by. Agrees, but that's what yeah, well, it's everything like that, just capitalism. Darn capitalism. Bah. Brawl Hollow is fine. Yeah, Brawl is still going though, right? Brawl is still going. True Damage comeback was hinged on Heartsteel doing well. Ooh. Do I live off YouTube? Yeah, it's my main job. It is my main working job. I quit my job to do YouTube stuff. We need to go to space. The only place untouched by capitalism. Nice try. There's an American flag on the moon. So it's ruined. Space. The entirety of space is occupied now. Are you Eastern or Western? Eastern. I'm in where like 95% of all Canadians live. Who's in the new mythic scam? That would be Zed. Galaxy Slayer Zed. The skin that already had a mythic chroma. We're going to the sun with this one. Isn't West Canada Blade Wasteland anyway? No. West Canada's got British Columbia. So you got Vancouver. It was very nice in Vancouver. You got the Rocky Mountains over there. Saskatchewan and a lot of Alberta is very flat. It's also where we get a lot of our oil from. A lot of natural dig sites there. I've been to Alberta. A lot of mosquitoes. A lot of mosquitoes. You think of Alaska. You're also thinking of like the northern territories. Like you're thinking of like Nunavut, Northwest Territories, Yukon, Alaska. That's all in the far north. That's like the tundra wasteland up there. But no, like hardly anyone in Canada lives up there. Most people in Canada live very close to the U.S. border, within like 3 or 5 hours, I think, of the U.S. border. Yeah, Sun Uzal's going to be gachified. That sucks, man. You know, to move to Canada is too expensive. That's true, just certain areas. Housing is very expensive. Housing is very expensive here. Canada also, we pay a lot higher taxes than America. But that's also because we get a lot more services in response. You don't have to make a decision to take the ambulance because you might not be able to afford it in the chance you survive. Like, if you need an ambulance, you get the ambulance. Like, it's... So, it's an exchange. We pay higher taxes so we have more services. You're streaming Wilds when it comes out? If my computer can handle it. I was going to stream the Wilds beta when it happened, and then my computer could not even run it without streaming, so I don't know. A lot of people just take... Yeah, it's like that's how bad it gets. A beautiful American state. Fuck off. The only people saying that they want Canada to be the 51st state is Kevin O'Leary. And he's just Trump in a Canadian skin clothing. You play Polygon mode? No, but a friend of mine did. Football head, his computer was in Polygon mode. It was great. Wild Trick is in 80 minutes. I don't know if I can. That's a bit wild. Canadians rediscovering patriotism in 3 days was amazing. Well, that's the funny thing is, so when I was younger and I went on a trip to Florida, me and my brother made it a game out of how many American flags we could spot. Because even in like Toronto here, like in one of the most major Canadian cities, finding a Canadian flag is like, oh, there's one. There's like two. But in America, it was like bam, 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 bam. Like there's flags everywhere. So it's like, we're just like, okay, we get it. We're in America, guys. Like we understand. I get it. No, my PC wasn't in polygon mode, but it's red, white, and blue. Yeah, it was just like, I get patriotism, but I was like maybe a little bit too much. Hey, drinking game would implode. Well, considering I was also like 8 years old, I'd probably die. Yes, flag is ugly. There was one country that I remember that had like the coolest flag. Oh shit. Half the flags are just like 2-3 strips of color, and there was one that was just really awesome. I don't remember. Barbados. I don't know.
Nikki, you fucking piece of shit!
I don't know. I don't remember. So, I don't know. All things. As I can say, without getting into like big political nonsense, as a Canadian, I don't want to be the 51st state. I like having free healthcare. I like not having every person with a gun. That's pretty good. I like that. So I'd prefer to stay as our own nation. I don't want you to be staying. Escape plan. Doesn't everyone? Also, the fun thing about Canada that I found is quite different from the States is because the States is always described as being the cultural melting pot, right? It's like, see how all these people, a lot of people from different cultures all kind of blending into becoming America. Canada, I describe more as like the cultural stir fry, where it's like, we're all together, but it's also very distinct little pieces. So like, people from India don't sacrifice their own culture to become Canadian. Like there's whole populations of people from India that just like practice their own culture. It's like, welcome to Canada, guys. How you doing? I got all these different various cultures all just coming together. That's more how I view Canada's a very new country. So to say like Canadian heritage, I find kind of odd. Our country was kind of founded on the idea of various peoples coming together. I think it's very cool. It's a very multicultural place I live in. That should be, yeah, it's nice. It's like, but everyone's like, you know, it's like you practice your own culture, but you're respectful of other people's cultures. Like, it's nice. It's just getting, I feel like I've seen this before. Kind of but yeah, it's the whole thing's silly. Whole thing's very silly. I went home and ate a tree nut. I'm deadly allergic. I had to call an ambulance after using my EpiPen. Got a bill for $750 because Medicare would God. Yeah, that's stupid. That should not be. Should not be. I mean, technically, so that is like a myth that like not all healthcare in Canada is free. Like I still have to pay for my ADHD medication and my EpiPens. But if I had to go to the hospital, it wouldn't set me back several $1,000s. I don't know. It's all a bit of a mess, but So $750 doesn't even sound as expensive as expected. Yeah. What's the most you pay at the hospital? None. I don't think I've ever paid once going to the hospital. Granted, I haven't been in the hospital. I think I've only been in the hospital like 3 or 4 times in my life, but didn't have to pay. Someone said, "Hey, please do some of the finals in Wisconsin." That's horrible. That's awful. I'm going to a gas doctor. My stomach gas has been there a few times because it's just too expensive. Yeah, that's crazy. It shouldn't be like you have to sacrifice your own health because getting help is too expensive. That's crazy. That's just dystopian. That's what he's like. If you become the 51st state, then you have to pay less taxes. It's like, yeah, we pay those taxes for the services so we just wouldn't get the services anymore. Like, you know, shit. That's how it works. It's all just, I don't know. There's this Canadian team on the Stanley Cup. Yeah. It didn't cost money, yeah. Yeah, you should see Darker Than the Kid, yeah. Someone takes us out. I mean, there's the growing worry that my country's going to get taken over, which is not fun. So, US beats Canada in hockey. Sometimes. Canada's usually got it at the Olympics, though. In any case, fellas, I think my spine is really hurting right now. I need to go lie down. I need to get my ice pack. Oh, jeez. It's like it's right in the center too. It's like no other part of my body is sweating right now, but my back is, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I gotta get this shit figured out, man. I got a physiotherapist appointment on Friday at least, so hopefully they'll get figured out. Yeah, I'll lay down and rest, and then I'll probably try working on stuff for the rest of the day, see how far I can get. My comfort league, oh, thank you. It should have only the Oriana casual review this Friday, and then I think Dumpling Darling's Rapid Fire Skin review should be out tomorrow. And then I do gotta stream some stuff for videos soon. And then like maybe get some scripts done so some of the people who are helping me edit things, they could maybe try and do some of that. But it's all about finding the time for everything. Better Cabot Curious. I agree it's better, but we'll see. The problem, just don't get sick. It's simple. Thing is, my injury was spurred on by working so much. That's the ironic twist, is I was drawing and sitting at the computer on my keyboard too much. That's what caused it. So, anyway, thank you fellas for watching this stream. Take care of yourselves. Have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you on the next stream, alright? Goodbye. I won't be streaming on Friday, but on Friday, I think Dumbs is doing another one of the guess the what's wrong with this image challenge. I think I'm gonna be there for that. So, Dave, boys, have a good day. Goodbye. Thank you for all the bits and subs and everything, fellas. Goodbye.